Every time we take a break, um, I always just whenever we watch that intro, I just miss it, man. I miss the shit out of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm. It's a
initially
good
you're like,
intro.
man, hey, let's get the juices flowing. Then you start watching that shit, and you're like, damn, bro, that's right. Here we
Get them
go.
juices
Here
flowing.
we go, baby. Hello. June 5th,
Hello.
2022. Welcome to TBC 85. It should be like TBC 100 by now, but shit happens.
Yeah.
How you guys doing? Hope everybody's well. We're back at it, and again, hopefully next week. I'd assume so, especially for next week. I'm Dr. Mo Kalma. Mo. Shit, I said it opposite way today. Usually I start with Mo. Shit's all fucked up, man. Thank you for being with us. I'm here with my sons, my boys. Mike. How you doing, baby?
Oh, good. Sorry, I was looking at websites here. I am good. I'm doing good, Mo. I'm glad to be back. I see Brad in the chat. Wiley already, every day. Yeah, it's good to be back talking games. I feel like I got almost too much to talk about. I forgot so much. I forgot more than
you're gonna have a lot to talk about next week, bro.
Yeah,
you got a lot.
but yeah, man, doing good, chilling. Glad to be back on the saddle.
Yes, sir. And the dashing debonair. Look how he's just fucking stroking his hair, bro. Can you just wait for more people to show up, man? Just so you can, yeah, look at yeah.
Jordan.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have you to pull your sexiness back in, okay?
That's what I'm saying, man. I don't understand. What's up, baby?
Dude, I'm on vacation. So
You're so fucking lucky,
I'm on
bro.
cloud 9 right now.
You're so lucky, bro.
Yesterday
Nice.
was my last day of work, and now I am officially on allowed time off for the next 2 weeks. And
Nice.
countdown for 2 more days before I head down to San Diego on Wednesday.
Yes,
and then we
sir.
have showcase on Sunday. But yeah, man, I'm in a good mood today. So yeah, let's kick it off, right? And
I love it. That's awesome, man. 2 weeks. God damn.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.
Whew. Yeah, I got 2 weeks of total vacation time
Always.
for the year. I know. I'm using them. I'm using a few of them for the Seattle thing in October.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, man, I gotta figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do, bro. Don't have kids. Do not have kids, bro. Do not have kids. It's just a pain in the ass trying to figure it out, man. I'm not the type to dump my kids off anywhere, right? I'm not gonna go to my mom and my dad like, hey, can you watch my kids for like 5 days while my wife and I go to Cancun? Like, I can't do that, bro. It's a 4 and a 2-year-old. They'll drive them nuts. My parents won't mind. But still, like, they're just thinking, they're like, we raised 4 of you motherfuckers. You want me to take over 2 kids right now for 5 days?
We're done.
Man.
So yeah, it's gonna be something, but we'll see. And my salt and pepper son,
What's up?
how you doing, baby?
Just excited to be here with my
I can
boys.
tell. I can
I'm
tell.
excited to
You're
be
so
here.
excited.
I've been so excited. Hey, all right. That just means the antidepressants are working.
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
I show no emotion.
Yes. I love it. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Bro,
Happy to be
Bizzle.
here.
That's great, bro. Bizzle, my son, how you doing? How's everybody doing in here? Hope you guys are well. Thank you for being with us. It's going to be a good conversation. Between this week and next week, honestly, we thought about maybe like putting it into like one show, but there's just no way, because there's so much shit going on next week too. So, yeah, it's gonna be a doozy. But at least we got this week coming up. Or at least this week to talk about a lot of cool shit on the show we just watched. But before we get to that, obviously, we have a lot of shit that we've been playing and we've been watching and we've been doing. I'll start. Actually, I do need to start. So yeah, this is getting old and repetitive, at least for me. But yeah, I keep jumping from one game to another because nothing is like grabbing me at this point. You know, like my soul is empty.
It's okay, buddy.
My soul is empty. Bro.
Why is that, Mo? Why is that, Mo? Is Elden Ring just left
Was
a
it Elden
fucking...
Ring?
Yeah,
Just wore you out.
a gaping hole in my chest,
Yeah.
man. It really has, man.
The ring has seared you, man.
Dude, I can't
Permanently.
play. I cannot freaking get myself to commit to anything. It's so hard, you know.
Yeah.
And I've never jumped back and forth between so many games in such a short time span. I've been playing Halo multiplayer, obviously here and there. I started playing the campaign again because that campaign is just fantastic, and I don't care what you say. I started playing Asura's Wrath, you know, which is just batshit crazy. It's fun, you know. I mean, it's a 360 game, you know, if you've never played it, but it's actually fun. It's enjoyable. I finally found a character who's angrier than OG God of War trilogy Kratos.
That's so
Yeah,
true.
he
man.
is fucking angry, bro. I mean, you know, you think Kratos is angry, bro? This guy Asura, whoo,
Yeah, he's always pissy.
dude, he's always pissy, right? I mean, I can't remember if Kratos had any, you know, if he had any like, you know, chill moments in the original trilogy, you know, because he was always like,
I don't think he did.
you know. But this guy, I'm telling you, yeah, Asura definitely he takes that. He takes the anger crown, especially now, you know, with God of War 2018 and the way, you know, he simmered down. You know, my son Kratos, he simmered down more. So
For sure.
yeah, definitely, yeah, the anger belongs to Asura. But it's fun. It's a good game. If you guys haven't played it, it's the first time I do. I've always heard good things about it. So yeah, there's that. And I played Roller Champions. I tried it out.
I tried that too.
It's actually good, man. It controls pretty well. It's fun with a group. I didn't play with a group. I played it alone. But I was hoping, like last year, if you guys remember, Jordan, you remember how obsessed we got with Knockout Champions?
Yeah.
That was fun, man.
That was crazy,
That was
Solid game.
It was, man. It was, and it still continues to be. It has a lot of support, you know, all these seasons and updates, and at least I think Ubisoft is hoping for that to happen with Roller Champions. We haven't gotten together to play it yet, but the mechanics are pretty solid. It's a fun concept.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, but that one I was enjoying for the time I played. Sniper Elite 5. I started playing that as well. It's awesome. It's really good. It's fun. It's if you want to scratch your stealth itch like I do, this is a good one to. This is a good game to to fire up. It's on Game Pass, you know what I mean? So you can at least download it there. It's really good, man. The engine that they used, what's the name of the studio? Rebellion.
In-house.
Rebellion, yeah. Their in-house studio. I mean, it's really gotten some nice upgrades since like Zombie Army 4 or their previous projects. And obviously the slow-mo shots, you know, when you're sniping somebody from like 200, 300, 400 yards, whatever it is, those never get old, you know, the X-ray shots. But it's really cool. It's a good game. The areas are big. They're focused, you know. I mean, so it's open. It's like semi-open world, but every level is like a self-contained big area, which I appreciate. You know, especially just coming off of Elden Ring and it's giant ass map. You know, what I mean? So I'm okay with that. But it's fun. You guys should definitely check that out if you haven't. Bro, I started playing Sonic Generations, right? Like especially after we'll get to Sonic. Frontiers in a bit. I wanted to try it out because I was looking at. I haven't played a 3D Sonic since Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast. You know, like I haven't touched it. I just don't care for Sonic. You know what I mean? But I played Generations because there's so many people that have said great things about it, including Elu, our son Elu. He loved. I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was him. He said Generations was good, and it's really good, man. It's really good. It's a well freaking done 3D Sonic. So I'm not sure what happened with Frontiers. But we'll talk
what
about
is
it.
suspicious?
What year is that, Mo? Sonic Generations?
Shit, I don't know, bro. That was 360 PS3 era. So
Okay.
yeah, it's been.
I think
at
the
least,
recent one is Colors, right? And then some other shit, so.
Colors is actually a remake, I think, or a remaster. Because Colors is old as well. But Generations is good, man. And it just got the it just got enhanced for the Xbox several months ago. I think at the end of last year, if I remember correctly.
Like FPS boost and
Yeah. That's what I meant. Yeah, FPS. Well, obviously, visually, it holds up very well. But I mean, Sonic is not exactly smoking GPUs. So
is it a 3D 3D.
Yeah.
It is, right? Okay.
It's 3D. Like it has some 3D elements, and a lot of it as well is like 3D on a 2D plane, which looks great. You know what I mean? So it works really well. Yeah. What else did I fucking play? I had to actually write these all down. I tried KO the Kangaroo.
Is that the newer one?
Yeah, the newest
Okay.
one. Dude, it's actually fun. I swear. It is unashamedly, unapologetically a Crash Bandicoot clone. It wears it on its sleeve, and I'm telling you, it's freaking fun. It does just enough to be a little bit different, obviously, but still, I mean, it is Crash Bandicoot through and through. The spin attack, except you got a kangaroo who's got fucking boxing gloves on, and these boxing gloves have their own, I don't know, it's like this spiritual shit that you do with it. I mean, whatever. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody,
Sounds
but
dope.
it's fun. The only thing is he talks. That's the difference between him and Crash. Crash has got those cute yow, like he just makes like these little noises.
What kind of an accent does he have? I need to know. Is he
It's not Australian either, which is so weird.
Garbage
right?
game.
Like,
Garbage
yeah,
game. Throw it out.
Garbage. Yeah, that's just disgusting. But yeah, the less he talks, the better. Because he's got this like really annoying voice. But the game itself is really fun. You know what I mean? So just wait until it goes on sale. Or I'm sure it'll end up on Game Pass at some point. And last thing is I finished Stranger Things. It is fantastic. It is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Nice.
Oh my
So
God,
good.
what a season so far. These episodes have been unbelievable. I love the darker turn they took with it. They focused on less of the bullshit. I didn't like season 3. I just thought it got a little bit too. Like the whole Mike and Elle relationship, and just like I get what they were trying to do when they were, they wanted to show that the kids were growing up, and they're now pubescent, but I'm just like, nah, it just didn't jive with me very well, up until the end. So this season just took a really dark turn, and it's awesome. So if you're into Stranger Things and you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. It's awesome. Oh, Eric right here said in the chat, he's like, KO has a Polish accent, surprisingly. I don't know what it was, man,
It's
but
a
it definitely
Polish
it was
studio,
not
so-
Australian, I'll tell you that much. It was so weird. I'm like, why? It's a fucking kangaroo, but whatever. All right, that's enough of me. That's pretty much all I've done. But yeah, the point is I can't focus on anything, so I keep jumping from one thing to another. So here's hoping.
Yeah.
Jordan, my son, what have you been playing, baby?
Dude, for those who are unaware, I've been playing with Mike a lot. And
Yes.
we might as well just call Mike Carl Felber now because he's got the fade. He's got the fade.
Carl with a K.
So Mike and I have been playing a lot of co-op, man. We went through Operation Tango on PlayStation over the past I think 10 days or so, which for those of you in the chat, you should not miss out on this game because it's one of those co-op experiences that you will rarely ever find. It's a short, sweet little experience, but the whole crux of it is that one of you plays as an agent in the field, the other person plays as the hacker or the runner, and your interfaces are totally different. So you're going through, I think it's 6 chapters, right, Mike? And each scenario has, again, its own little unique puzzles. Like you'll have one where, one of us, the agent in the field, for example, has to actually find points of interest in the environment and relay IP addresses or stuff like that you then have to hack into for them. So the entire communication is just based off of verbal because you can't see what they see. And it's just, we had a blast. We laughed the entire time through it. And Mike threw up I think pretty much every mission except for one of them onto the YouTube channel for us.
Yeah, there's definitely 3 of them on there to really give you what Jordan's talking about, because it is hard to explain because what Jordan sees is totally different from what I see. And there's at least one of the agent and then one of the hacker, because when you're a hacker, it's like a computer screen, but when you're the agent, it's like you're first person inside the building.
Yes.
It's
Hey.
legit Hollywood espionage,
Hey,
Yeah.
like
I saw that game last year. We saw that game last year, and I was like, really, I love paying attention to like those small projects that no one gives
Yeah.
a shit about. You know, so I remember I told Jordan about it. I'm like, dude, we have to play this, especially after we finish It Takes Two. I'm like, we have to play this. This looks awesome, and I'm so fucking happy you guys played it, and it's as good as I thought it would be.
Oh, dude, it is.
That is awesome, bro.
It was I think it was a PS Plus game, but it also has a friend pass mode. So if only one of you has
nice.
it, you can just download the free trial, and then you and your buddy can run through it together. And yeah,
And it is intuitive.
blast. It's a
There was
blast,
some
man.
stuff that literally we'd be like, I'm stumped, man. Like, I'm straight up, I don't know what to do. We would waste time, like 10 minutes just looking around, like, what do we do, bro?
And like, just because, like, I would say the penultimate mission is essentially keep talking and nobody explodes, which is that VR bomb defusal game. So the very last mission is like, the agents in the field looking at the bomb, and then the hacker basically can't see the bomb. So you're like, what does it look like over here? How many lights are over here? What's the sequence over here? So, and it's a 5-minute timer, and you're like, we were sweating bullets, man.
That's awesome, dude. Those are the best. I love that. I love it. So, but you know why I like it? Because from what you described,
Yeah.
you know how we were talking with It Takes Two. What made it so great was the teamwork, right? It's not like for instance, like a co-op shooter.
Yeah, exactly.
Where you're literally doing the same thing, right? You're just you're both shooting at a bullet sponge. No, like these games, like they require teamwork in a obviously in a different way, and I love the fact that this is kind of on that same frequency. So that's good, man.
Not to be missed. I love those kind of games because they're so few and far between. But that's what makes them so special, though. He and I have also been going through Sniper Elite, and that game is up and down, I would say, for me.
Yeah.
It has hill
How
peaks
far
and
in are you
valleys there.
guys?
I think we're on mission 5.
Okay.
We just did, I can't remember what it's called, but basically the approach to this mission, you're approaching a giant. Essentially, it's a small, like, self-contained city on this big island. It looks like you're walking up to Castle Wolfenstein, and it is so dense, like it's overwhelming. So I appreciate what that game does with the whole, like, approach the mission. It's very much like Hitman. You can choose where you spawn into the missions, and you don't have to do the side missions that are available. And you can just kill the main target if you need to. But yeah, just this mission just did not jive with me. It didn't flow properly or anything like that. Mike and I basically ended up just going, Rambo style, just killing everybody. Everybody. It's like that stealth mode did not last very long. But it's a pretty game, it has really good. The combat feels good. At least the sniping does. When you're actually in a firefight, it doesn't feel as good. But it's a fun time, and yeah, the fact that it's free on Game Pass, definitely gonna check it out. And most recently, because I also got added to Game Pass, Ninja Gaiden, the collection. I've been playing through Sigma, which I had not played before. I had only played Black on the original Xbox. So we talked about this last night, but the Rachel sequences, I was like, I don't remember this at all, because those weren't in the Black version of the game. They were in Sigma. So that totally caught me off guard. But I'm on chapter 12 right now, and it holds up for the most part, but the save system and the checkpoints are not forgiving in the least.
It's
so
old school saves.
It is very
awesome.
old
I like it.
It is, bro.
And yeah, Eric. I actually had to bump the difficulty down to like Ninja Dogs, and I feel like a scumbag.
Oh, you fucking knew.
And now when I die, it's like, here, take this health consumable because you suck.
Nice. There's special armor.
Yes. Yeah, it's like the Sentinel armor from Doom.
The game does make fun of you, right? Yeah, I remember that.
So I'm excited to get to finish this one, and I want to play 2 again. And I don't know how I'll feel about 3, because I actually never went through all of 3, but I just remember the beginning of that just kind of rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know what it was. It just played differently.
You know why it played differently? Because Itagaki was not on it. That's why.
But it was still Koei. It was still Koei Tecmo, right? It was just he wasn't.
Yeah, but come on, man. Itagaki was the fucking man for part 1 and 2. That's what made them special. Once he left,
they pulled a Resident Evil. They pulled a Resident Evil and got into the whole like action.
Okay.
That's what I felt. Like QTEs and stuff like that. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick events. Yeah. But Yeah, man, that's what I've been up to, and yeah.
I love the
Fortnite.
fact that-
Also, Fortnite. I forgot.
Oh
I
shit!
loaded up Fortnite because the Fortnite season just came out. I was in a chat with Brad and Mike earlier, and they're like, "Yeah, season 2 came out. You know, Darth Vader is level 100." I was like, "Oh boy."
So he's part of the season the battle pass.
He's a level 100 reward.
Can
for
you
this
buy
season.
him?
So
No, you can't buy him.
is it a new
Fuck.
season though, or is it a
Yeah.
new chapter, or?
Yes, it is, Kev.
But I thought that
sucks.
season ran forever. So if you're done with the battle pass, what do? You got to buy another battle pass for?
Do you get to buy
Darth
a new
Vader?
one? Yeah. Yeah.
Every season has it.
But,
I
you know,
bought
you
last
wanna-
season.
Yeah, I didn't know
But-
that that season was over. So this is a
Maybe
new
that was
season.
Saturday. Saturday was the
Oh
whole.
shit!
like,
Okay.
collision
Yeah, I think I
thing.
tried to log in, and all I got was a giant mushroom, and I sat there, and it said "to be continued," and that was it.
Just missed it.
And yeah, so it was during the reboots or
It's pretty,
whatever
man.
that they were
The
doing.
new map areas are pretty interesting. It's
Might have to
trippy.
log
It's got
back
shrooms and stuff.
in.
So
See, that's why I saw the big mushroom.
there you go. But yeah, Darth Vader is in the battle pass, and I can already foresee you, Kevin, playing
Oh,
that
yeah.
game again.
Oh, yeah, it's
and
gonna happen.
You,
It's
gonna
you
happen.
dragging me in there again, and then you're
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
back in the.
I'm not a
Fortnite-
huge Star Wars fan, but you
you're
know,
a Fortnite
that's
fan.
fine. That's fine.
the Fortnite crew.
Oh,
Creator
yeah.
code.
I'm gonna have to up. I canceled, so I need to
No!
re up now.
Yeah, you
Need to
do.
re up again.
That's good shit, dude. That's yeah. You've been making your ways too. That's good.
Damn.
It wasn't just me. I'm glad to see that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, well, at least you're getting into Ninja Gaiden. Yeah, you know, I have this elitist thing, you know, Kevin. I'm about to get to you in a
There you
second
go,
because Jordan
Jordan.
keeps
Go
making
for
fun of he keeps making fun of me for it. I am a Ninja Gaiden elitist. I love the series. I always have, especially like the Xbox reboots, part 1 and 2. Like I was all about them. So yeah, when Sigma, I remember when Sigma released, I bought it for the PS3. But then I'm like, this is not the same, you know. And then they did the same for 2. Like 2 was just brutal. It was bloody, man, just dismemberment and shit. And
Yep.
then they kind of like really toned it down for Sigma 2. And then I have no fucking idea how Tecmo ended up losing the original code for those, but
Yeah, what a disaster.
it's just ridiculous, man, when you really when you hear it. But yeah, if you have the disc versions of the OG Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2, yeah, those are the definitive editions, and I don't care what anyone says. Kevin, my son, you're
What
up,
up?
baby.
So I feel like we're cycling because I too have not been able to get into anything. I actually launched just a fuck ton of titles, dude. I played through like 1 or 2 levels, I guess you'd call them, of Esra's Wrath, just like you did,
Yes.
which is funny
Cool.
because I needed to know what it was all about.
You played it?
And yeah, I did.
my
And it was
God.
so. I mean, I made it through the fucking worm thing coming out of the planet, and then
Oh, yeah.
then I made it through the next
First
one,
step.
and then I was like, all right, I kind of get where this is going.
It's an anime.
Maybe someday, maybe someday.
It is an enemy. Yeah.
But yeah, they were all. He was an angry dude. I mean, that was enough. He was an angry dude. And then I did play Roller Champions for like probably an hour. It would be fun in a team. Playing with
Yes.
randos is kind of meh.
Yeah.
But it does remind me a lot of the
Knockout.
ball one knockout.
Yeah.
Knockout City, thank you. So it played pretty decent. I think I played it on the Xbox, or maybe I played it on the PS5. Either way, it played well. Sniper Elite, I think I'm on chapter 3 of that.
Okay.
The story's pretty basic.
Yeah.
It feels like I want to say it feels like a little Metal Gear-ish, but also a little Hitman-ish, because it gets fucking frantic once you're, alerted.
Yes, yes, it does.
And then it's just a clusterfuck, because I mean, these motherfuckers like spawn out of bushes. And, they weren't even there
That's so
before, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But the overall, like, if you can play it the way you're supposed to play it, slow and methodical, the experience is pretty good. It's cracking bitches' necks and killing them or just maiming them, I guess, is fun. So I mean, the game's fun. This is the first true like Sniper Elite. I played the Zombie Armies, but I never played an actual Sniper Elite game. So this is my first one. Yeah, if you're on the fence, do it. I mean, I think a lot of people would find it fun. It's a good time suck. And I gotta talk about Stranger Things. No spoilers, but like Mo said, this season sucked me in, man. And I've been on the fence. Like I'm one to watch it when my wife watches it. You know, just kind of on the couch, half watching it. Yeah. Season 1 was really good. I loved it. Season 2 kind of meh. Season 3 again kind of meh. I just kind of half watched these, but season 4 just sucked me right in, man. I was like, holy shit, this is dark. And of course, my wife and my kid are both like, no, I don't like this season. And I'm like, oh my god, what is wrong with you?
Really?
So so I have a wife and kid on Facebook Marketplace right now. If you guys want to go and bid, but yeah, so that was disappointing. And then The Boys, Mike and I talked a little bit about it. No spoilers, but The Boys season 3 is out, and I've been waiting like a fucking year for this shit. And if Invincible comes out with a new season,
I know.
But I'm waiting, baby. But The Boys is probably the best show on streaming services right now, hands down. I think it's above Stranger Things for me, and I really love Stranger Things. But they're two different shows, right? One's a lot more mature, so different category. But fuck, man, The Boys is good, especially if you like superheroes. But even if you don't like superheroes, it's still fucking just violent and gory and just good, just fucking good. And there's drama and there's sex and there's boobies and it's just good.
Okay.
But anyway, I digress. I will drink just a little to quench my thirst. And I did finish Ghostwire Tokyo. Okay, so I know. So thing is, I was in a mood, and it actually wasn't painful. Like I was in a mood where I didn't want to concentrate on anything, and the gameplay was so repetitive that I think I finished it with my eyes closed.
Yep, I did.
But I did finish it. It was, I just kind of, I sensed my way through it with the haptic feedback on the PS5 nice. And just took a quick nap and played the last couple hours I had left. There was something there, and I still think Tango Gameworks did a good job coming away from Evil Within for their first kind of different title. So I look forward to what they're going to make in the future. It was almost like a little experiment for them, and I think they probably learned a lot. I think they learned a lot. It's not a bad game, but I just think it's definitely a game that they'll use to further their development.
It's not bad because Jordan and I.
It's just not good. It's just not good, right? It's not bad. It's just not.
Yeah, it's because it got repetitive. That's the problem. It got repetitive,
it did.
and then they Ubisofted the map, man. They Ubisofted the map. Every one of those gates you had to go and you had to kill the demons and you had to clear the area, and that opens up more activities. And
some of it was some of it, if you're in the right mood, some of that is okay, like grabbing all the souls and cashing them in and grabbing all the souls and cashing them in. Some of that repetitiveness, I can see some people enjoying that as kind of like a chill game. I'd say for the price that it's going for now, go ahead and dive in. I think it's like $30. That's a good price. It's well worth it. As a release game for the full price, it kind of disappointed me, but
me too. Yeah.
And then I got my Steam Deck like 2 weeks ago. And I have been fucking with that, right? So I've been grabbing a shit ton of gray market keys like an asshole degenerate that I am from like CD keys and I loaded up. I bought like 100 games I'll probably never fucking play, but just because they played on the Steam Deck. My neck actually hurts from like looking down. So I've taken a break the last couple days because I'm pretty sure I have a hump back there now. But the Steam Deck is glorious. It is it runs things really well. And I've played older games like Brutal Legend, Kingdoms of Amalur, right? Or Amalur.
Amalur.
And Amalur. All right, so I said it right. Yeah. Hey, I said it right. I said it right the first time. To Dying Light, and what's the other one? What's the shitty one? That's Godfall. Godfall even runs on that shit, and it ran well, right? It has,
Really?
yeah. I mean, right, on a portable. I think the resolution really saves it here, right? Because I mean, you're running it at like 720p, right?
Yeah.
So you can play most of those titles on like medium, and they look good. Like you can't tell anti-aliasing jaggies on that size screen, right? I mean, you can't really see all the flaws that you would on a big screen sitting up close. But I've been running all sorts of shit on it. Most of it runs well. It's still kind of beta, still kind of jank. Some games launch and crash. Some games need like a special launch code to kind of make them work, or some games need you to touch the touch screen to make it work instead of doing the button at the beginning of the game, things like that. But they are improving it. They keep coming out with updates to the firmware. You can run it. What's really cool is that they've made it so that you can adjust your refresh rate on the screen on the fly. So you can actually run it at like 40 hertz at 40 FPS, right? And just like Ratchet and Clank, and we've seen other games use that, 40 is a nice sweet spot between 30 and 60. So I've been running a lot of these games at 40, 45 FPS. That allows me to get slightly higher fidelity, right? But I don't have the jankiness of 30 FPS. So overall, totally geeked out on the Steam Deck shit. It's a fun toy. I hope I get to use it more. Honestly, the only bad side is that like how do you use these portable devices without neck pain, right? I'm old. The controls are fine, right? Like the controls are great. They feel good on your hand.
How does it feel?
It's the
It
right
feels good in
size.
the
It
hand?
feels really good. Yeah, it
question.
feels really good. It's heavier than the Switch. It's also much bigger, but the grips are fat. So they're made for normal hands, and the triggers and the joysticks are. The triggers and the joysticks are, Mike. The triggers and the joysticks seem weird, but they work where they're at. So I've had no issues with ergonomics. It's just having to like hold it. Do you hold it here? If you start holding it on your lap, then pretty soon your neck's at a 90-degree angle, and you wake up the next day and you're like, God, what the fuck have I been doing? Like, have I been sucking dick? No, it's just the Steam Deck.
Bro.
It's just the Steam Deck. So yeah, no, I've been playing with that a lot. Oh, and then I dove into fucking Diablo Immortal. Yes, the big joke, the mobile game.
Yes,
right? The big joke from years ago. All right. So
I want to know.
All right, so Diablo Immortal. I have not played it on mobile. I downloaded the PC beta, and I've been playing it. I've been playing it on my laptop. I even played it a little bit on the monitor that I have now, which is a 32-inch 1440p monitor. My notebook is like a 1080p screen, but it's smaller, right? It looks really good on my notebook. It runs really well. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference between it and like Diablo 3. It doesn't, there's no jank in it, other than the menus are all very big, the text is very big, and I think that's all the mobile kind of jank there, right? The escape key doesn't actually back you out of menus like it probably fucking should. There are little advertisements like, you should buy some more fucking gems. You should buy some gems. You really need to buy some gems. Buy some more gems. And I'm like, all right, like it doesn't pop up, but there's little red things. And every time you fucking click one, it's telling you to buy something, right? So there's that mobileness to it. I bought the battle pass, which was $5. I'm okay with this, right?
Yeah,
Gives me something to just work towards. Whatever. If I'm gonna play a fucking game, I'll pay $5 to get more shit so that I can roll other shit and get better gear. I'm level 44 right now. I've probably invested like 5 or 6 hours in the game, and it sucked me in just like Diablo. It feels like Diablo so far. I have not hit like a huge paywall yet. I'm running like the rifts, that there's plenty of people to play parties with. The servers are packed. You get into a party in like 30 seconds. You're in. Wow. You do the rift. You get out, cash in, upgrade your shit, keep going. I don't know what this means for Diablo 4. I don't know, if they're going to take some of this model and slide it into that. It's super cool that you can play Diablo Immortal on your mobile, and then it transfers all your progress over to the PC. However, there is some of that mobile jank. I'm sure that if you want to do PvP shit, which I am not at all interested in PvP, but the battlegrounds, I'm sure there's going to be like pay to win shit there. So I'd expect that. And it did look a little jank on the bigger monitor, right? It's like it needs like a texture pack or something. Is just a little blurry, a little like aliased.
Did you play it on the deck?
No, it's not compatible.
Bobby just mentioned it. He said play it on the deck. Try that.
It's not compatible by default, but I bet you it would be nice if you ran Windows on it. Which I haven't done on my deck yet, but it would be perfect for the deck, and I'm hoping that we're able to do something like that in the future. But on my laptop, it works great. I can play it on the couch while I watch whatever or hang out with the wife. Yeah, if you haven't dove in,
Yeah.
Then if you want that Diablo itch, it's fantastic. I don't know how it would play on mobile. I think with a controller, it would play really well. I fucking hate touch screen shit though. Like I can't even imagine trying to play it on just a touch screen. Yeah. There's a little bit of jank with movement and so forth with the mouse. Like you can just tell the mouse and keyboard thing was definitely second, the second priority and not their first priority.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if I'm level 44 over the weekend, it sucked me in, man. It's got that good grind, the leveling up is there. There's clans already. Yeah. There's parties that you can create, war bands and all this other shit. Give it a try. It's free. It's like a 10 or 11, 12 gig download on mobile, and it's like a 30. Yes, it's like a 30 gig download on PC. But yeah, it was like 12 fucking gigs. You actually get rewards for downloading all the packages. I shit you not. Like, I guess a lot of people probably don't download the entire game because they break it up into packages on mobile.
Sure.
But anyway, give it a try. It's Diablo. I think they did a really good job for a mobile game. Obviously, MTX, all that shit's going to be in there.
Right.
I don't give a fuck because I'm going to play until it annoys me, and then I'm going to go play something else. So, it does. I'm not one of those that are going to sit here and be like, oh my God, they ruined the game. I don't give a fuck. Set your expectations low, like everything in my life, and you won't be disappointed.
That's why I asked you about the. Well, first, Bobby did say you can play it. He said you just need to do some minor editing on the. On the Steam Deck. Yeah, that's why I asked you, or actually why I tweeted about it, because, I mean, we don't. I don't really play I don't play mobile games, but from the little that I have, the little experience I have with them, almost every free to play mobile game has microtransactions. Yeah, I know how people feel. It's not a big conversation I want to have, because the pay to win is really people's biggest issue. You know what I mean? But yeah, and the other thing is, I was talking to you yesterday, and I don't know, man. I get the predatory thing behind it, but it's free to play. I don't understand. This is it's not making an excuse for it, but you should be used to it by now. This is shit that happens.
It's not the first. And it's not as shitty as some of those games where you're time gated unless you pay. I haven't seen that yet. There are limits to how many bounties you can do in a day, right? There's a certain cap of where the grind is going to hurt more, right? But you can always grind. You can always do more rifts. But you're not gonna level up like you do in the first 2 hours of playing the game. And that's what they focused on, right? They want somebody to pick up on their mobile device, play an hour, and feel good about that. So there's some balancing that they're gonna have to do if they want to keep this going on PC, which I think they will until Diablo 4, and maybe then support will wane. But it's really playable on PC, and it kind of cracked me up. Even though, just load it just to see what a mobile game plays like on PC. And I've done that before through Android emulators like BlueStacks and shit. But this is native, and it's kind of weird to see that mobile-ness all up in your PC, you know, like you'll see definitely the icons are gigantic. The notes come out like your grandma's fucking text messages, you know, like just gigantic font, like holy fuck, like my wife could read it from across the room type of font. But overall, like I don't know what I was expecting. It surprised me, so in a good way. So yeah, I'd say give it a try, especially if you're kind of itching for Diablo. What it's going to end up doing is probably bringing people to go play Diablo 3 again, honestly, because they're going to hit that wall and be like, fuck it, I'm going to go play Diablo 3 where I don't have that shit.
And Wiley mentioned something here. He said Diablo Immortals, why I fear for Diablo 4. It's like they're testing what they can get away with for Diablo 4. Yeah, but the thing is Diablo 4 is going to be a paid experience.
Right.
I would be shocked. I don't think it's going to be.
I know they're going to have cosmetics. You know, I know they're going to take what people purchase on here and use it for sure. Like they're going to take that data, farm the shit out of it, and see what they can do for the store, you know, and the marketplace and shit when Diablo 4 launches. But I think they kind of learned their lesson on D3. A lot of that was fucked up, and they fixed that. So I hope that they learn. I mean, you could still make a fuck ton of money and keep people happy. You know, like cosmetics sell and don't affect anything, right? I mean, even the XP packs that bring people's PvE levels up, fuck it, let them buy it. I don't give a shit. Spend $100 and you're instantly level 5,000. Yay. You know, like, but the PvP is where people get really pissed off. And once you go pay to win on PvP shit, then you lose the grace of the community, because then some whale can come in, fucking just destroy everybody on a server that's been grinding forever, and people literally just fuck it, I'm done.
Yeah, that I agree with.
So the PvE pay to win shit, I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I really don't. Maybe some people do, but I think that's a little virtue signaling there. Just don't pay and forget that other people exist, like in real life, and just play and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, we'll see. I'll download.
But that's sorry for the long rant, but
man,
just
good. That's
just
good.
Going around, just playing a ton of different shit.
Yeah, that's awesome. And my son Mike.
Yo,
you've been waiting patiently,
okay,
bro.
so
let it out, baby.
All right, what has been going on the last few weeks for me, man? I'll tell you what, Mo. I've been playing some Sonic 2, actually. I got a hold of Sonic 2 the movie. And I was like,
movie.
man,
Okay,
well. I was like, I'm feeling fucking motivated now because that movie is so damn good. I'll tell you what. If anybody's in the chat seen Sonic 2, bro, Mo.
Very good.
Mo. Bro, I'm telling you, it is that good. It's the best. It's the best video game movie franchise going on right now. And if the trilogy, like the third one, which of course there's probably going to be a third one, if it maintains that same level of like injecting the video game world in it by still having its own story, it will go down as the best video game trilogy within the ever right now. Yeah, unless if like these Metal Gear, God of War, Amazon, HBO series like do really good, I seriously doubt it. Granted, it's for kids. Me and Jordan talked about this a little bit, where it's like, is that like a free giveaway? Like, they're just good movies because they're kid movies. Right.
Yeah, but I'm sorry to cut you off. I think the reason why that you're saying that, I can't disagree with you, obviously, but I think the reason why so many people are enjoying them is because compared to God of War or whatever, right? Once you start getting into those franchises that are huge, that, where they have like a very deep story when it comes to games, the expectations go really fucking high.
For sure. Good point.
Right?
I like
that. And that's the thing. And I think
that.
It's because Sonic, what kind of story can you form around Sonic, right?
Exactly.
Like, no matter what they did,
exactly,
it wouldn't have mattered, right? People's expectations were already low. And the fact that they exceeded it with the first, and then they even did a much better job with the second, that's a very good story. That's a very good story. I'm digging that. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, man, you're good. They have moments to where, at least for me, and like I'm not a Sonic buff, dude. I don't really care for Sonic. Never have cared for Sonic. I know he's important in the gaming industry. Fun fact. That's used to be the reason why video games came out on Tuesday, was because Sonic and like some scheduling with Sega back in the day, whenever it was like a big fucking deal. Anyways.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, because it's old Sonic, man, the blue devil. Yeah, so, but it goes all the way, bro. It goes to places that you're like, really? They did that? Like, moments, bro. Like, Marvel moments. Anyways, it was good. And I'll probably loop back around, honestly, and mention a few things when we talk about the game, but so good. Graphics, CG, animations, good. It's all good, man. Funny as fuck, too. Anyways, so I started playing Sonic Forces. Now, this is like an older PS4 game. It was free like not too long ago, and Sonic Racing. And not to jump into Frontiers too much, man, but it does say something like this. Like, how do you handle speed within a video game?
We'll get to that.
Right.
Yeah.
So I see the way they do it in Forces, at least. You get a little bit, you get that, what you get, like the 2D side scrolling within the 3D realm. It's the same typical Sonic gameplay. But then they do where you're like back, the camera's to the back and it's like on rails, but it's still, you're still in control of how fast you go and enemies you hit and stuff like that. But I get it. I get the fun in Sonic. You want to do these levels over and over and see how fast you can go, how fast you can do them. Got to go fast and stuff like that. So, and my son's been super into Sonic here lately too. And so, like, to me, I'm just like, yo, what up, Sonic? Like, I haven't seen you in a few generations, actually. So it's really good, man. Sonic, yeah. Took me by surprise, to be quite honest. And then I started trying out some Cuphead again, the game. It's fucking hard. It's fucking hard, bro. Hard as a rock, guys. No doubt about it. I've been watching the show as well. Solid show. You got to be like in the mindset like you're tripping on acid or something like that, because that's what it's like. It's that old school Looney Tunes. Like, whenever they get mad, they're like, bowl head like fills up with red water and they steam or something like that. It's very outlandish. It's very like dark almost. Like the comedy is very dark, and it's actually really good. Like this is like my third round on watching it because I don't pay attention to it too much when my son's watching it. But when I do watch it now, I'm like, oh, this show is fucking nuts, man. Like it's very cool. It's very cool. And then I played a little bit of Dragon's Dogma. Also watched some of that show as well. I don't know why I got motivated, because there's like Dragon Dogma 2 sequel, in the works or whatever. And so I get a little bit motivated on that. That's a solid fucking game, bro. In the beginning, they give it to you all. They give you Hydras. They give you giant Cyclopses. You're climbing on them. They're throwing you off cliffs. I had a Harpy. I shared it on Twitter that I had a Harpy pick me up like a coconut, drop me off a cliff in my... Dude, and I died. It was so good. But those games, for back in the day on PlayStation... What was it for? I think it was early PlayStation 4 or something like that.
No.
Or PlayStation 3, late PlayStation 3.
Yeah, the remake came out on 4.
Dude. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Elden Ring back in the day. I feel like Elden Ring, Darksiders did it first, Jordan. So I had a guy recently on one of my Darksiders videos on my channel. You're on the horse and you fight with a sword, basically. It's a dragon. And this is what he said. I shit you not, guys. This is why I'm so proud of my Darksiders franchise, guys. It said, oh, this battle reminds me of fighting on the horse in Elden Ring. And I just wanted to be like, Darksiders did it first. But, anyways, so bow to Darksiders, bro. Bow, son. Anyways, really good stuff. Made my heart swell for like 5 seconds. And then I don't know if we talked about this, but Multiverses should probably have an open beta, guys, for everybody here this month. So be on standby for that. Me and Mo, actually, I played it with all you guys just on separate times. Hell of a game, man. Bobby, remember that old Superman punch I got? Yeah, Bobby jumped in. It was good, dude. Multiverse is solid. Just a little bit of news, if you guys or anybody in the chat, I don't know, you guys not so much, but anybody in the chat, that Blood Hunt game, Battle Royale vampire game for PlayStation 5 is getting an update for its mechanic controls. Like I was complaining about that last time, about how the like sensitivity wasn't good. It's getting an update on the 8th. So if you were interested in that game and you want to jump back on it, that's going to be the time. And then sorry guys, Jordan, we were having some fucking great times doing some co-op. We were back to back fucking popping Nazis. Yeah, it was great, dude. That's another game where it's like, man, I kind of wish they would stop like formulating mechanics only for PC. Like Sniper Elite 5, you could so tell, like, we made this for PC. Super sensitive. Like that moment to moment aiming in and out is like a little, I don't know, man. Like it just makes me want to play Metal Gear 5 because like that's like Metal Gear 5 is so clean.
Mike, you know what's funny is for a while there it was all PC being ported to, consoles, and you would notice that, and then people bitch about the console ports being ported to PC because that's
so
where
it's a
you
problem.
get. So then whenever you see a fucking weapon wheel or some shit on a PC game, you're like, fuck that. This was, this is definitely ported for console. So, man, you get jank either way.
Okay, so on PC, would they be like, oh, this camera is like way too slow. Like I need to dial this up. Like,
Probably. I mean,
the
DPI of a mouse, versus some analog sticks. Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
for sure.
Yeah,
and that's kind of almost what's wrong with that Blood Hunt too.
Yes,
it's just so sensitive and weird. Like there's not enough dead zone or something.
Yeah,
it's odd. Yeah,
it's very odd. So I am actually looking forward to that update. I wish there was some communications between like whatever ports they're doing for certain things. But I think in the end, the lesson was learned for this Blood Hunt, and they responded pretty quick because I even told myself like I'm gonna keep track of this like for a certain amount of time, and if it doesn't like click back into me, then I'm gonna toss that game, Yeah. But I would say they got me in time, man. Because I saw it pop up on my PlayStation and it was like, yo, man, improvements incoming. And I was like, yo, who's this sly devil with white hair? And you know me with white hair, guys. Panties drop with white hair, bro. Dante, Raiden, come on. Anyways.
That's true. That's true. That's
yeah.
True. I mean, look.
Oh, yeah, Kev, you are fucking half and half right now. You're a yin and yang, son.
I know. I'm buried in panties right now.
And then, so earlier today, I popped in Street Fighter 5 just because that Street Fighter 6 got me so fucking hyped, man. I like, fighting games, guys. I love me some fighting games. I realized today that, like, you gotta be kind of social to play a fighting game because, like, you gotta, the community is very active. Like, I know I've said this before, but if anybody in the chat is a part of, like, the fighting community, dude, you know how different it is compared to like the rest of like gaming or like at least like non-competitive gaming. Yeah, the fight game is either like you really like this bro and you're like, yeah, make me stronger, let's train together, or it's like, yeah, no, I don't fucking like this guy because he plays with this character, and it's 100% either way. But anyways, Hassan, but Street Fighter 5, I want to dive into that. I feel like with the reception of Street Fighter 6, like a lot of hype has come back into it. I was just watching a pro circuit on the PlayStation Capcom channel, and there was like 2,000 people watching it, and usually there's only like 500 maybe 200 maybe on a Street Fighter stream. But it was popping just before I got on with you guys. Oh yeah, Game Positive, Killer Instinct, that's like, you hear the rustles of what's going on with that. Apparently some big wig guy said something wrong about Killer Instinct, and everybody was like, no, Killer Instinct's awesome.
He's a fucking idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I missed this news.
That's unfortunately one of those things where you kind of talk about stuff that you don't really, like, you're not, you got to do your research, unfortunately, when you talk about these certain things.
Why should you, bro? You got a big platform. Fuck the research.
Exactly. Yeah, I feel you, man. I kind of rolled my eyes back on that one, though. I feel you.
Motherfuckers.
But yeah, besides that, man, I'm just like jumping around. I was telling Jordan this the other day. I was like, bro, sometimes I just can't get enough of that new game feel. Like when you pop in a game you've never played before and you're just like, ooh, look at this menu. Look at this music. Like, let's just play it for like at least 10 minutes or whatever. Like I'm kind of in that area right now, but hopefully I can stick to some games like within the upcoming months or whatever. But I know that because we got like other shows incoming and other announcements incoming, it's gonna hype me up for something that's old, I'm sure. Like, oh, Resident Evil 4. Like I literally was like, maybe I should play the Resident Evil games again. Like it's so it's so bad right now. But anyways, limbo is what I like. Gaming limbo is what I like to call it. But,
yeah, it is.
Yeah. Anyways,
definitely. Oh, that's good, man. That's good shit. Let me see. Breathtaking. Yeah, it was Paris. He went and did research after his wild statement and changed his opinion. You see how stupid that is, though, man? You
Yeah.
know, like, I mean, bro, like, you're on a big platform, you know? Like, I mean, how do you
Watch what you say.
how do you talk about something that you don't know anything about? Like, I fucking have a tiny ass platform. I would never ever do. I don't think any of us would ever comment on a game or anything that we just have no experience or anything.
I don't know about
with.
you. I've never touched a fucking game in my life, so
Yeah,
and
that's true
I'm
too,
here.
man. You would swear that some of these guys are like that. I swear to God. Fucking stupid shit. God damn it. Garbage shit. All right. So the first thing on deck is I think we're gonna do the PlayStation show, right? Yeah, let's just fucking let's
Okay, let's do that.
let's
I'm
roll
so
into
down
it,
for
baby.
that.
So I
Okay,
think
okay.
everybody watched it. You know, all you guys watched it, and we're just gonna kind of run through it. We're gonna play it in the background, and just kind of run through. You know, we're not gonna break down every single thing, obviously. You know, I mean, I'm sure you guys have heard it elsewhere. You know, just like the main cool stuff. You know, Sony set the expectations for the show from the beginning. You know, they said it was going to be a third party show, right? And then right away people, you know, because fucking, you know, reading comprehension is just at an all-time low, and you know, in this time period. So yeah, it really is. But anyway, they said it was a third party show, and I think that's great because it benefits them and it benefits these third party publishers like Capcom, who dropped this fucking gem on us right here with this rumored Resident Evil 4 full remake. Not a remaster, not a new coat of paint, a full-on remake with a reimagined story.
With that RE engine, baby.
With the RE engine, which I think
Yeah.
is the best engine in the
Dude,
market by far.
it is
just
slick.
because of how flexible and how amazing it is. It
It is
looks great
slick.
on anything it's on. Anyway, so this ended up working out great. You know, I mean, it's third-party publishers can use a big platform, you know, like Sony's, because they know people pay attention, and obviously Sony gets the benefit of the, you know, the marketing hype to their brand. So I mean, and it works. Obviously, Resident Evil 4 is here. I don't know how many of you guys did play it. This was actually, I played this because it wasn't so horror-ish, you know, at the time, daytime,
And you're a
whatever.
big
And plus,
pussy.
like, yeah, I know. But obviously, I love it. I love the OG Resident Evil 4. I remember when it was coming to the GameCube, what a huge deal that was, you know, and how they ended up.
I'm
Just
super
you know,
excited for it because the only time I fucking played it and I completed it, and I swear I'm gonna make myself a fucking medal. I completed it on the Wii using nothing but the motion controls.
That was actually
So-
the best one, apparently. I think that was the
Fucking
best
A,
version.
dude.
Of all the 50 releases of RE4, apparently the Wii version was the best
It
one.
was good, man. It was good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Some of those bosses were tough as fuck, though, man. With that Wii motion, fucking trying to shoot things. Yeah, I don't know. So I am
Yeah.
looking forward to this. This will be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be just based on the fact that, you know, the 2 remake and the 3 remake, which wasn't received as well as 2, but it was still good on its own right, from what I've been told. You know, yeah. Then they have the VR. You know, Mike, pause it for a second. PSVR 2. You know, obviously they have the PSVR 2 implementation with it, and that's also good for Sony too, obviously, because of the PSVR 2. Jordan, what did you think? Did you play? You played RE4, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I played RE4. I did not have a GameCube, but this is kind of a segue story. But at the time, my so random. My dad was was dating this woman with a kid, and
Yeah.
he had a GameCube, and I remember going to the store with him to go get Resident Evil 4, and we sat down to play it, and he gave me the controller, and he let me like play like the entire fucking game. I was like, oh, okay, all right, fucking awesome game. So I am pumped. I know that's literally what stuck to me the most about that game. It's so random, but it's a really fun game. We were talking about it the other night, and I am really looking forward to seeing how they kind of dial up the tension in this one, because
Yes.
I think about this being more of a action horror than a straight up horror shooter. But if Resident Evil 2 remake is any indication of what they can do with this, then again I think it's going to be freaking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah,
So.
and I think that's what they're gonna do here. Plus, that's why they said the whole reimagining thing. Also, the cool thing is it takes place 7 years after 2.
Right.
So I think that's cool, like the whole continuity thing that they're doing with that, and a lot of the daytime, levels from the original are gonna be during the nighttime now.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
if they completed it all with the next thing, even though this would take forever, but if they remade Resident Evil 1 in the same way, then you would have a remake for the first 4. You could remake 5 and then figure out 6, and then you'd have 7 and 8, and you'd have a solid fucking franchise of whatever 8 video games is.
I think 1
up in the next gen.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't done 1 yet. I mean, the last time 1 was remade was for the GameCube, and to be honest with you, it's still a phenomenal looking game.
Yes,
it still
yes,
holds
it
up
is.
very, very well.
Yes, it does.
It still had tank controls, though.
Those are
Yeah.
terrible. Terrible.
So fucking weird. I'm not sure why they didn't even bother adjusting that, but still, like when we talk
It
remakes,
adds to the horror. of
Yeah,
not
there
being
you go.
able To control your
It
character.
confines you more. Yeah.
but when we do talk remakes, definitely the Resident Evil remake on the GameCube is up there. With at least like one of the fondly remembered ones, despite the shitty control scheme. All right, Mike,
Yep.
roll it, baby, roll it. So we had the RE4, which really kicked it off, and then then they showed RE Village, which I think all of us loved here on the show, and this excited me because I passed on RE7 in VR because I'm a big pussy, even though I did finally play 7, obviously before Village, and I thought it was phenomenal. I mean, as many people thought. But 7 obviously toned it down on the horror just a little bit, but I loved it. I loved 7. I'm sorry, Village. I loved Village so much. And I think this is going to be fantastic because the PSVR 2, in terms of specs, and it's going to be a huge upgrade, from the original PSVR. And obviously, we know Village is a beautiful game, in its own right. So I think this is going to provide a really cool experience too, on the VR too. And I'm definitely going to be there day one for this one.
VR breasts. That's all you have
100%.
to say. And people are going to buy it.
I
They're
did
gonna be
also
sitting there
mention,
just drooling.
You know what? I did mention too, they have to have some sort of mode where fucking Lady Dimitrescu just beats the living shit out of you, like just step,
like a torture mode.
It's a fucking VR mode.
I know.
Listen, man.
Like a bondage mode.
You know what?
Yeah. Sex room DLC.
They're gonna fucking
hold
mod
on.
that shit
Before
on
the game
PC.
came out. Before the game came out, everybody's saying, "Step on me, step on me, step on me." Well,
Now you can
what?
be stepped on.
Capcom should be like, "All right, motherfuckers, I'll put your money where your mouth is. All right, here we go. You want a step on me mode? Here you go.
They'll even
So-
release like an
ripping
extra
your
accessory you put around your neck that like tightens.
That's fucked up. NPR News. 5,000 people found dead in their homes after
with Resident Evil 8 playing for some odd
playing
reason.
in the background.
It only makes sense, man. It only makes sense for them to do that.
That's some. We do not kink shame on TBC, so
no, definitely not.
just be
We
safe, people. Okay,
Yeah.
just be safe.
Yeah, do whatever you want, man. Do whatever you want. This one,
Capcom's killing it though.
Yeah, they are. Of course they are. Capcom's Renaissance, baby. This one too. This is another zombie game, Walking Dead. It looked pretty cool from what I saw, but I was like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, some of that VR stuff looked cooler than like what I thought I was gonna see.
It's because of the tech, man. The tech in the new VR unit is going to be it's very impressive just on paper.
I'm
I
excited.
think Kevin will agree with me. Like, I mean, he knows. Like, it's very,
Day
very
one,
impressive.
dude. Day one, I'm getting
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
Kev?
Oh, yeah.
I am
Oh,
too.
for sure.
I am too.
Really,
yeah.
Mo?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah,
VR,
man.
huh? I was talking to Jordan about VR, of course, and so we were distinguishing like, VR is in such like in its infancy stage and whatnot, and then Jordan was talking about Microsoft and what is it called, HoloLens, Jordan, right? Okay, and so we were just talking about that, where like Could you phrase it better for me, Jordan? Your wordsmith, where it's more inviting for the virtual world to go into the real world instead of the human being to go into the virtual world. Right. That's what Xbox's stance, at least, is. It's more sustainable.
It's more like AR,
augmented reality.
There you go. AR, correct.
And then even this, man, this looks fucking awesome. I think this is going to be more. Obviously, we haven't played it yet, but it looks to be more of an on rails experience with this, right? But just in the Horizon world itself, you know, I mean,
it's
and
an experience.
Yeah, and then it's gorgeous.
Surprised.
It's beautiful, you know. And again, because the tech can handle it. So I don't know how on rails it's going to be. Clearly, like it seems like you can do things. You know, there's going to be real time combat. You know, so, and again, that's probably because of the tech that we're going to be provided with. So new protagonist who hopefully won't talk as much as Aloy in part 2. So, you know, I mean, but this game definitely looks like it's a showcase for the VR2. You know what I mean? So and I think obviously any new
But why are there no arms? Why does she not have any arms? She just has hands.
Half-Life Alex was like that too.
I know.
Yes, it was.
I've just heard people talk
It's funny
about
you say
You know
that, though,
what?
Kev. My daughter was like, "Where's the arms?" And I'm like,
Actually, because of the way that the arms are
try to explain
perforated.
that. I love it. Yeah. It's true, though. It would look like shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it would. Your arms would be all
clipping.
fucking...
Yeah.
there's just no way to. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be.
It's a fucking
Some of them
stupid
do
argument.
have arms, and it looks ridiculous. So.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, this I think this was probably the last thing for the VR2, and then this happened, and
This is
Cool.
anyone that told you that they knew Spider-Man was coming to PC was a fucking liar. They are a lying sack of shit because no one expected this to happen. Anyway, I think this was such a phenomenal move.
Dude,
you know,
this is going to look excellent.
I mean, no, because a lot of people were talking about
for like
Sony's.
Got you.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people have been talking about Sony's transition. You know how they're going to start releasing more games on PC, and this was just not the game that was expected to come. You know, I mean, they've already done Death Stranding. You know, they did God of War. They did Horizon. They're doing Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, and then they drop this. Right, you know, and then they drop this, and Miles Morales is also coming to PC. And you know, some fucking clowns, obviously, you know, they pulled up a tweet from 2017 from Insomniac saying this game will never come on PC, and they're like, oh, never say never. You know, I mean, it's like, first of all, 2017, this was before they were purchased by Sony in 2019. 2 years before, you know, when they were commissioned by Sony and Marvel to make this game for the PS4 only. But yeah, Insomniac really knew what Sony's PC game plan was 5 years ahead of time. You know, like, I mean,
all I have to say to that is that
fuck out of here, man.
same
It was
people.
such a stupid.
Just remember when your mom said that your dad would never be replaced, and he was. So. There it is. Same concept. Things happen in 5 years.
Man. It's like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, wait, hold on. I'm like, this is, you know, Spider-Man coming to PC. This is awesome, right? This is great. Holy shit, this is awesome. And you guys turned this entire conversation into a tweet from Insomniac in 2017. I mean, bro, you can't get any more petty. But this should be celebrated. This is fucking awesome. I don't know, Jordan. What do you think about this Stray game, man? I don't. What's the obsession with this game? What is it with this fucking game that I keep seeing it on Twitter? People are like,
I'm with you, bro.
for Stray. I'm like, what is so exciting about controlling a cat and just going
stealth,
what's going
bro?
on
Yeah,
here?
people love
Talk to
cats.
me.
That's all.
Couldn't
It's
say,
the
man.
aesthetics, baby.
Talk to me,
say.
bro.
Couldn't
What
say,
is
man.
it? What is she's running away from
It's a
robots
cat with
and
a
shit? What's going on
backpack,
here?
bro.
I don't know, man.
I
Vest.
don't know, man, but I'll play it. You know?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up playing it. I'm not
3D
gonna lie to you.
platformers, man. 3D
Yeah.
platformers are fun.
Yeah, that's true. Annapurna, and this game is coming to the PS Plus service.
Nice.
Not
cool.
the regular one. You know, like the Game Pass tier one. So this is like one of those things. Now they have an Annapurna game coming. So you know, when they did say that there's going to be third-party games that are going to come to the service, seems like,
Man,
you know, this is definitely, you know,
and I
one
feel
of
like
them.
I feel like I've heard of Stray for like a year and a half or some change. I've
probably a
seen a
couple
lot of
years,
stuff
yeah.
on it, like, oh, look at this cool cat, you know, this is some tech TV shit.
I-
But
Look at this cool cat.
TV.
like
have no idea.
like when I saw the trailer for Stray,
know what he's
I was
talking about.
like,
Rewind, please. I'm sorry.
oh my bad. Yeah, whenever I saw Stray footage, I literally thought to myself, like my daughter might be into this game, and that's
looks
good.
pretty fun.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like I could definitely see cat people. Like I'll play games that are about some sort of theme, and I won't even like second
You
guess.
can
Like,
tell,
oh, it's
you know,
about
that
that.
cat's
Let's play it.
badass, Mike. I mean, that cat fucks. You could tell.
That cat
I feel you.
definitely
It's like
fucks, yeah.
Ninja Cat. Yeah, I feel you, man.
What? You could tell, man. This is got a fucking backpack out running drones.
I don't know, bro.
Outrunning
hey, for all we know, honestly, this game could end up being fucking game of the year or some shit.
It's gonna
I have
be-
no.
yeah, man.
Honestly, nothing surprises me anymore.
Would
I swear to God.
would you have thought It Takes Two, based on the premise, would have won?
Right, right,
Before
good
playing
call.
it? No,
No.
not really.
No, definitely not.
Mm-hmm.
And then another great third-party release is actually coming up right after this, Callisto Protocol, which is
Oh my god.
yeah, this was cool too, man, because
Oh.
they
Best
actually showed.
PUBG game ever.
Yeah, I know.
I forgot that
They
was
actually-
a thing, Kev.
Yeah, no. Initially, they said it was going to be in the PUBG universe,
I
but
know, I
they
know.
scratched it.
I'm so happy.
I don't know how the fuck that would have made sense, but
I'm sorry, guys.
anyway, yeah, they showed some gameplay in this trailer, which is fantastic. Obviously, if you don't know, the creative director of this game is Glenn Schofield, who was the head of Dead Space. He was one of the creators of Dead Space. Look at this fucking shit. Anyway, so
Yeah, that shit
this
looks
is
good.
coming to both. I mean, obviously, it's a multi-platform game. It's coming. When did they say?
Inmates.
Did
Sorry,
they say end of the year or did they say beginning of next year? I can't remember. Anyway, the release
It's-
date will be.
I think it's first
Hopefully it
quarter
shows
next
up
year.
soon.
It's coming up.
Yeah,
It's December
It
It
2nd.
looks really good.
my son. Thank
Oh
you.
wow.
So, anyway,
that's
it looks
sooner than I
good. This
thought.
is a high.
Yeah, look at that
highly-
fucker.
High,
Like
high
when
quality.
when I saw this footage, I was like, Dead Space remake. What? I was like, why the fuck would I need a Dead Space remake when I got like the new and improved,
Yeah,
know
this
what?
is Dead
evolved
Space
version
5
of
for
it?
sure.
You
Whoa,
know what I
look
mean?
at- Did you see
Alien.
the penis? Alien?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw
Fucking
Exactly.
awesome, dude.
It looks-
It looks so brutal, man.
And I, you know what? I'm happy for Schofield because a couple of reasons. Mike, if you so there's a documentary once where he talked about the limitations
Yes.
of the Xbox 360 and the PS3, right? And how they were going to be able to fulfill their vision of Dead Space, you know, on the tech. And now he'll be able to do whatever the fuck he wants because he's getting December 2nd. Thank you. So now he's going to be able to do it. And if you guys have the new Game Informer article, I would really suggest you, if you don't have it, pick it up. There's it features a Callisto Protocol, and there's an interview with him where he talks about like his mindset about how, you know, when he left Sledgehammer Games because he got sick of doing Call of Duty for 10 years and what he wanted to do. And initially he's like, fuck, like, you know, I can't do something that's going to resemble what I worked on from before. And then he's just like, you know what, man, this was my fucking project. Why not? You know, why shouldn't I? You know, and he, I was telling Jordan yesterday, he said this thing about Picasso where Picasso said, good artists borrow, great artists steal, you know? And he's like, well, why would I not steal from myself since I'm one of the, creators of this? And he talked about the Dead Space remake because right after this, then the Dead Space remake is announced. You know, and they asked him, they're like, well, what do you think about that? And he's like, you know, it's kind of weird because I'm not involved in that project on a project that I started, obviously with the old game, but it's a really cool interview. So you guys should definitely check it out.
Fucking
But anyway,
Picasso quotes? I'm gonna look into that shit.
Callisto Protocol, man, we're all pumped for this. We are all pumped for this. And the fact that this and RE4 and Dead Space Remake are all coming out within like 5 months of each other. 4 months, 5 months. It's just fucking amazing. It's gonna be great,
Man.
So yeah, Jordan, what did you think about this, man?
Dude, I think the first thing that I noticed and tacked on was like, I love, because, you know, Dead Space was one of like from my memory, anyways, one of the first games that had like the very minimalist HUD.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know, your character has his
Yes.
health bar right here on the back of his neck.
Yep.
I'm like, this is just so badass.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, it's this is literally like the pinnacle of like sci-fi horror. What it should look like. It's dark. It's really like gooey and bloody. and,
Yeah.
Gooey.
yeah. I love the Dead Space games so much. And
Me
again,
too, man.
sci-fi horror just it always just I don't know, something about it is just
Hits different.
especially just unsettling.
Mm-hmm.
So I am ready for this. And yeah, going in with the I'm not sure what engine they're using here, but it looks amazing. I think we talked about this before, but the first Dead Space game, at least, was built using the same engine for the Tiger Woods PGA Tour.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Which blows
Good
my
call,
mind.
bro.
That's
Yes.
It
Yes.
blows my mind. So I don't know.
Yes.
I'm thinking this might be Unreal. I don't know, but yeah, this just looks so fantastic, and I can't believe it's coming out this year, unless it gets delayed. But
Let's hope not.
yeah. I'm
No, I think they're dead set on it, man. And there's a real-time gameplay demo this week. He's gonna play
What?
it. Yeah, it's gonna be on Summer Games Fest. He's gonna play it with
Nice.
Keeley hosting.
I like
it's gonna,
it.
Yeah. Yeah, the hype machine has definitely started.
Yeah, release the hype engine.
Yeah,
Please.
unless they just
Excited.
fucking rip our hearts out, last second, and they're like,
That shit look crazy.
Yeah, nothing's
Yeah,
coming
but
out this year.
yeah, that would really suck. But I mean, now you're talking 6 months. I mean,
Yeah.
if they're calling it, if they already have a solid date in play, that means they're pretty confident that it should come out by then. But we've seen otherwise, so we'll see. Anyway, yeah, man, Callisto Protocol
Yeah,
looks
man.
fantastic.
Apprehension engine. Never heard of it, but
I wonder if that's a proprietary engine.
Proprietary?
it's from some place called the Vivitch,
Of a what?
which was you gotta look it up. I will link the article
I'm
from
looking it
Windows
up right
Central.
now. That puppy?
But yeah, the Vivitch, because that's not a W. Those are two V's, I'm pretty sure. But
Well,
anyway,
Awesome.
the publisher for PUBG anyway, they gave them like full support. I mean, they gave them everything, bro, all the financial backing and everything. So whatever it is, I'm sure. Obviously, it looks great. Yo, this game,
it's gonna be amazing.
this game looks fucking interesting. It looks
does.
fun.
It
It really
look cool,
does.
man.
I know my son Hassan in the chat. He liked this too. If I remember when he was watching the show. I mean, come on, bro. Rollerblades with guns. Look at this shit,
Yeah, that's
man.
it.
I
dope.
missed this one. What the fuck is this called?
What do you mean? Look at this, bro.
Roller
It's just
Dome, I think.
crazy.
Yeah, roller
Roller
drone.
drone.
That's
Yeah.
an RPG and shit. That's a
No,
grenade
I,
launcher.
I don't know what it is, but it looks
Yeah.
freaking awesome. I like the cell shaded look. I like the it's a
Roller Drome.
yeah roller drone.
So that's an indie, huh?
Yeah,
From the same guys
So-
that made Ollie Ollie.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
skateboard
Okay, so that's
people.
probably why the art style is so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a big departure from what
Yeah.
they've done from before.
Right? Right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
What do you think, Jordan? Did you see this part? Did you see this
I
one?
did. I watched this. First thing I thought was like, oh, like cool. Like, this kind of reminds me of Jet Set,
Yes.
With the rollerblade, but not as like punkish style. But the whole, I'm not sure if this is going to be like an arena game or just a PvP game or. I
Yeah.
don't know, but it does look cool, and the controls, if anything, should be solid because Ollie Ollie is a fun little game, but it's very much an on rails game. All you're doing in Ollie Ollie is just timing your
course.
jump button essentially.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see how they translate to this.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that shit looks fun.
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Let me see. The roller drone looks hella fun. Loved Ali Ali. You'll be able to perform tricks to gain ammo and continue the onslaught.
Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, that's how it works in real life.
Walter. Speak
Oh, shout out here. This is
What is
This is going to be Dash's game right here.
Is it? What is it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's the-
Dash,
Oh,
it's the
shit.
Dash,
dating-
this is for you, my
dating
son.
This is
visual novel.
I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know what this game is, but it looks okay. I feel like the combat looks kind of like
Yeah, Dash will play it.
Scarlet
one, Dash.
Nexus.
Day one.
Mhm.
Yep.
He's already got it pre-ordered.
A quick
It's
time-
My son.
definitely
You
yeah,
got
it's
dating,
definitely not
quick
like
events,
Devil May
dating.
Cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, is it a dating
The
simulator?
dating
I
scene.
don't
We're gonna
fucking
have all
know,
that
bro.
cool stuff.
With
You can forward to this one.
Boom!
I don't really,
Kamehameha!
I don't really have anything to say on it, unless you guys do.
Yo, the
Oh,
Tron
this looks
cycle.
cool.
Yeah, it just reminds me of a bunch
There
of
we go.
different games that,
Oh, there's the
like,
dating
I don't know, but
simulator.
it's an anime style,
is.
and there it is.
Yeah, there
Yep,
it
Kev. Kev, oh my gosh. If we have time at the end of the show, Kev, maybe you want to tell your story? That would be awesome. Anyways.
All right, right, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
What the hell was it?
Oh shit! What's
Hold on.
next?
Oh yeah. Well, next they showed off. What the fuck was this game called anyway, bro? Oh, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh, you want to see Mo? I'll.
Oh,
No.
Dash
We're good. Okay.
Oh, there
okay.
it is.
Eternites. Okay, now I can sleep.
Eater
comfortably.
Knights? Eater Knights?
Dash has been texting me.
Yeah, hey, I did that for you, bro.
He's like, Jordan, you see Eternite? I'm like, no, I don't.
Eater
play
Knights.
it, He's like, but
Eater Knights.
Eating.
Eter Knights. Okay, so this comes out.
Ooh, that's such a slick logo. I'm
Mike,
sorry,
I want to see your take on this because you're like the resident fighting game guru. But
so clean.
aren't you too, Jordan? You
No,
don't like
no,
fighting.
I'm being slow. I know.
I'm
Mike
pulling
is
them
really-
in. I'll pull
No,
y'all
so
two in too. Be
What I
careful.
roll it, Mike. Let it play. So the
Sorry, I
the-
just wanted this Capcom logo is so sexy.
It is pretty fucking cool. But this actually, yeah, so this is Street Fighter 6, and this was a nice reveal as well. Initially, people were like, oh my God, Street Fighter 5 was console exclusive. But this is definitely not. This is multiplayer, and I think this game has some of the nicest animations I have ever seen in my life. When you look at the fights, the way that they play out, and the animations and the transitions from one move to the next is so seamless. It's gorgeous. How well it moves and how well it looks in motion. I'm not talking about this shit. This is obviously it's an open world Street Fighter, right? Like, I mean, I don't know what they're
On the
doing here.
streets.
Yeah, but anyway, it looks beautiful. Look how amazing Chun-Li looks. I mean, and on top of that, the commentary, they're doing commentary in the background. They have Japanese commentary. They have some type of urban commentary, I think, or I don't fucking remember what it was, but it's so cool because it gives it a lot of life, right? It sounds like it's esports, in a sense.
Right? Yeah.
So if you actually watch the video and you see the commentary in the background, how they, just like football or any sports game, and how there's commentary, and this is something new for fighting games, at least, I mean, and I think it's such a great idea. But Mike, what'd you think here, bro? Did this speak to you? Because I saw a lot of people who don't even care for fighting games much just really, really impressed with what they saw here.
I saw that too, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny. You should fucking play them." No, I'm just kidding. No, but ultimately, like, visually on point. But I was more impressed with the reception, kind of like you just said, Mo. Like, yeah, people who don't play fighting games were like, holy shit, fighting games. And I'm like, where the fuck you been at, bro? Come on now. Fighting games are something different, guys, like when it comes to multiplayer competitive, at least. One thing I do want to point out, just like quick in-game, I watched Maximilian dude kind of break this trailer down, so I'm a little aware like what's going on. He's like a big fighting game head in the area or whatever, in the realm. And so what it is like you probably get to select your own character or customize your own character, and you have like what this hub world is. And I guess like hub worlds are like kind of not like new to fighting games, but like that's an angle that like fighting games take. Like, Jordan, you've seen Dragon Ball Fighters. They got that little chibi hub world. Guilty Gear Strive has it as well, where it's like you make your own character and then you like find other characters to fight. So in this instance, it looks like you're on the streets, like Street Fighter, which is a pretty cool thing. And they got a bunch of throwbacks to the older games, but I'm assuming that this right here is your character, and this is like another person that you're like gonna fight. So you would be in a server, and then you'd go around and you'd probably like make that connection, like, oh, do you want to fight me? And then you go, hell yeah, and this is the start of the fight, boom. And then you probably pick your characters or whatever it is. These are character intros. But to me, with my fighting game experience for the past year, I've been going hard on it. And so like I'm only a year in or whatever. Mortal Kombat and Dragon Ball Fighters were like the two biggest things. Street Fighter, I got into it, or at least I wanted to dive into at least what world and what the fans and how they play it or whatever. It still got some push. Street Fighter 5 was not that good until here recently, and they got like a huge patch, like a champion edition or whatever. And a lot of people were like, man, why? I wish it was like this, with the code, with all the menus, all the game modes, and all that kind of stuff. The fighting style itself, I like literally right before we got on, I was training in Street Fighter 5, and like it's different than Mortal Kombat, and just Dragon Ball Z is just as different as both of what I'm talking about as well. You could probably jump on Street Fighter and have an easier time like picking certain things up than you probably could on the other games. So with that being said, I really advise, I really want to motivate somebody who hasn't played fighting games that probably is like has a small amount of interest in it to like pick it up and don't be so like down because you're not winning or because the controls are hard. Like fighting games are you're not getting on to necessarily have fun or whatever. Like you can have fun, but you just got to get ready to like, you want to be good. It's all about muscle memory, and that in itself, bringing into the multiplayer versus is like, it's just a whole nother level when you're like timing or like anticipating your opponent. Like then you have achieved ultra instinct in fighting games where you're like, oh my god, I am just flowing. But that's what fighting games offer, man. And I really advise, or really like try to motivate other people to get into it. It's looking clean. I feel like fighting games from here on out are gonna have an even bigger audience than ever. And I am like, personally, I am very, very happy with the response that people gave Street Fighter. And I think that has a lot to do with the graffiti and just the look itself. Yeah. Just the initial look is just simply amazing.
Ryu's giant dick has something to do with it as well?
I would hope so. I hope it brings in, those type of folk or whatever.
I think they've animated that along with Chun-Li's ass.
They gave both for
She had
so the
physics, bro.
She does,
That's
and that is the RE engine being flexed right there. So I'm day one for some Street Fighter for Ryu's peen and Chun-Li's ass physics. I'm here for it. It looks meaty.
But seriously though, man, it looks
good.
It looks amazing, dude. I'm telling you, like, and Mike, like you said, the reception to it was just awesome. You know, I mean,
yeah, I'm so happy for sure.
Yeah, usually just fighting game aficionados. They're usually the only ones that would comment about that. But there was just
for sure, man.
Really, there was just really good reception across the board. A lot of people were like, "Oh wow, Street Fighter." Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
I just to add on, I do apologize because I'm so on this like new fighting game stuff. So they're gonna have a version, or they're gonna have like a mode or a mechanic mode to where it's for new players, to where you can kind of just like mash buttons and your character will do like simple mode or whatever you want to call it, and where your character will do a bunch of cool shit. And so like that's another thing that like makes me happy too. So it's like if so many people are interested in it and they do go ahead and like do more than just like dip their toes in it and they really go all in, like it's got that for you. You know what I mean? And I think that's really cool. And man, I'll tell you what, playing fighting games for the past year, it is truly a different gaming experience than what you get from a shooter, a competitive shooter, a battle royale, or just like your normal like story mode. Like when you see that fighter select screen and they pick that character and you pick your character, you like get this like your heart like skips a beat and you're like, let's fucking go, bro. And then
God bless my son.
Man, it's so good, dude. It's so good.
God bless you, my son. I love your fucking enthusiasm, bro. I'm telling you. I swear to God. Yeah, so that was Street Fighter. That was a nice little reveal. The next reveal they had was Tunic. You guys played it a lot more than I did, but apparently it's coming to PS5 and PS4 in September.
Yeah, Tunic's incredible.
Yeah, I'm sure. You finished it, right, Jordan?
Mm-hmm. I did. Tunic is special, man.
Yeah,
it's a great game, not to be missed.
That is awesome, man. I'm glad to hear. I'm really glad to hear that. I know you were really pumped for it too before it came out, so I'm glad to see that it at least it lived up to its excitement.
So what we're seeing right now,
I don't know. This is not Tunic, by the way. I have no idea.
This is the story of a young photographer with only his bike that decided to start farming and milking cows for money while recording his LP. And I think that's what this is. This is a great. I'm kidding. I have no idea what the fuck.
Oh, I was like, that's a solid description, Kev. Are you reading that?
He's doing a literal terms bit.
I just made that up.
I swear to God, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, wait. This actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah. Is this another Dash game? I think
I think it is. Yeah. Dash would know. If you need info on this game, we're gonna skip it. If you need info on this game, just DM Dash.
Yeah.
He'll
honestly
he'll get you
though,
up to date.
I don't know what this is. It's a beautiful game. I don't know, man. I'm a sucker for indies, bro. I love indies. I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, maybe.
Has potential. Potential.
Yeah,
Potential.
yeah.
Has
Reason, a
potential.
letter to
Yeah,
the
the
future. Okay.
utter squeezer. Yeah. All right.
Stellar message right here. I loved what this was about.
Yeah.
Final
Oh,
Fantasy.
this is,
yes, people are excited.
Yeah, this had a lot of people. Yeah. This is for whoever's excited about Final Fantasy. I'm sure this was really. Yeah, I know you are. I'm sure this was great.
Where's
You know,
Dash?
well, I mean, no. Here's the thing I will say. The one thing I will say about this is it does look fantastic, dude. The combat looks very fun. I mean, it looks really fast paced and whatever. Jordan, look, you and I are on the same page when it comes to this shit. You know, I mean, but if you really look at the combat in motion, it looked really good. Of course, you're gonna get the frosted tips and the crystals and the usual JRPG stuff, but the combat looked really fun, man. I don't know if you saw this. Did you?
I did. I picked this. I am always a fan of the real time combat, and that's kind of what I mostly enjoyed about 15. The story was a mess, but I did enjoy some of the set piece moments here. And obviously, they showed a few, like, I don't know, are they called summons, Mike? When those big giant
Yes,
people
sir.
come in,
Yes.
it looks pretty awesome in that sense too. But
Boom.
a little bit of little frame drops here and there, but they got thousands of particles on the screen at one time here. So
Look at this shit, bro. Look at it. Yeah. It looks.
Yeah, Mo. There you
It
go.
looks much more.
Yeah.
Look at
much
this, bro.
darker
Oh,
and
numbers.
prettier than the last
yes,
Final Fantasy Boys Camping Trip edition. So
right.
Yeah.
Road trip.
Yeah, I
It's
think
definitely more medieval. Like
Yes.
they're going towards the medieval route with that little mixture of magic and whatever.
Look.
Unlike 15 was a little bit more technical, like technological.
Here's the thing. Here's the way I'm looking at this, right? I talk shit right now. I'm probably going to end up buying it because I always buy
course you
everything.
will.
And I'll end up playing it. And then I'll see, oh, there's a crystal. So
There it is.
gotta have crystals.
it's probably going to, once it falls into those tropes of, once I have the honeymoon period is over with it, and the usual JRPG tropes start to bleed their way in, the usual shit that I hate, that's probably when I'll get sick of it. But I can't lie and say that this doesn't look impressive. It looks really fun, man. It looks really good. I don't care about the story. I
You will, Mo. You will. Trust me.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that, bro. What did Dash was like, Mo, you were gonna buy the CE. Yeah, who the fuck am I kidding? Yeah. What did Dash say? Right here. Combat director of this game is the combat dude from DMC5.
I'm in.
Thank you for that gem. That's probably why the combat looks so fucking cool. Yes. And Walter White said the same thing. Thank you, guys. I did see that last week or earlier this week, and I completely forgot. Yeah. So Final Fantasy 16. It's gonna have, I think, a 2-year exclusivity period, if I remember. So, yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
forever away, though.
Yeah.
It's hard to get hyped for something like that.
Yeah, they paid for that. But anyway, overall, I'd say the show was pretty good. With the reveals. Obviously, the only thing that they focused on with Sony is, regarding their own properties, is the VR2 stuff, and obviously Spider-Man going to PC, which was big. But Sony's not going to put in their big AAA experiences into a 25-minute showcase with other games. That's not what they do. I think everybody should be used to that by now. Everything gets the proper treatment for their, every major game they release is going to get its own time to shine, its own state of play. You can bet your fucking ass Ragnarok will have a state of play probably in the next few months. It's
I'm
bound to happen.
foaming at the fucking mouth for
Yeah,
that.
I know, bro. I know. I'm trying to. I know. Dash and I were talking about that earlier too, man. So, but yeah, so that's why, I know a lot of expectations always, for these shows and whatnot, but that's not what they do. not a 25-minute show. So I thought it was good. I thought a lot of cool reveals, a lot of really cool third-party. We got Resident Evil 4.
Yeah,
Come on,
Yeah.
you know. I mean, so
That's fucking exciting.
hell yeah, baby, hell yeah. Let me see. Overall, what'd you guys think, really quick? Jordan, were you impressed?
I didn't watch it real time, but again, I was really excited to see both. Again, the confirmation of RE4 remake and then Callisto Protocol. Obviously, those are my two big standouts. But there was a lot of cool stuff they showed. So solid.
Okay, there you go. Thumbs up. No number system, just a thumb. Okay,
Easy.
got you.
Keeping it simple, man. Thumbs down. You don't see those. You don't see those. Just thumbs up.
Kevin, what about you?
I have something in my eye. Fuck. Yeah,
right,
I
you good,
think
bro?
it's a. I'm good. I think I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it like an 8. I really thought it was a solid show. 8.5. Had they had a surprise reveal of any of their major titles, but like you said, they're not gonna do that in 30 minutes. So
Third party.
yeah,
Even
no,
Shuhei
it's,
Yoshida, man. Even Shuhei, when he tweeted out the day after the event was, he said, "Pay attention," right? And he highlighted the third-party stuff. Like that's all this is.
No, it was
for.
good, man. I think it hit on fans of just about every genre, including VR. And I think it's exciting to see their commitment to VR, because if VR is going to go mainstream, it's not going to be Steam, it's not going to be Valve, right? It's not going to be HTC. It's going to be Sony. That brings it into the living room. So I'm super happy that there's gonna be a Sony VR 2 and that they're focusing on actual full experiences. And I think everybody should be excited for that, even if you don't like VR now. So just exciting news. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. All right. So last topic we'll touch on is Sonic Frontiers. They showed a 7-minute gameplay demo, and then they showed a combat demo as well. And Lisa, and I think disappointment is an understatement when it came to what they showed. Again, I'm not the biggest Sonic fan. I don't know how you guys are here. I mean, since I was a kid, Sonic Adventure 2 was good, or Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 were cool, but that's kind of like where I started trailing off from Sonic itself. But this game was it looks like it was supposed to be the rebirth of Sonic, right? Especially now, there's so much hype after the movies. Mike, you were talking earlier about how great, how much you like them and whatnot. And it seems like, obviously, it's still too early to tell, but there's more hype behind the movies now than there is the game. And this game was supposed to be like, this is Team Sonic, right? Who I just don't think have it anymore. So anyway, visually it looks good. Sonic just doesn't look like he belongs in an open world like that. It's kind of weird. Mike, you were talking about speed. There's no momentum. Behind his movesets at all. There's just fucking ramps in the middle of everything. World kind of looks dead to me. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of like on point with people's complaints. But I'm kind of surprised that they showed this. I don't know. If Team Sonic thinks that this was a good start point to show their game, especially on IGN, which is probably the biggest fucking platform for video games, online. Was this like misplaced confidence? I have no idea, but I just want to see what you guys think really quick. Jordan, I don't know how much you're into Sonic, if you played if you played Sonic before, but did you see this? Was there anything that you looked at and you were like, whoa?
It's a Sonic game. I literally, the only Sonic game that I've actually played from start to finish was Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on my Sega Game Gear, way back in the day. Like I said, it's I don't know how I've never played any of the 3D Sonic games on Dreamcast or whatever else it came out on, but yeah, I'm just curious to see how something like that translates, because granted, we didn't see a HUD or anything, but you're just going around this otherwise barren open world and just riding on these random tracks that go around there. So I'm not sure. I'm not particularly
This
excited
is your
about
flagship. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, this is flagship.
I know, and it's hard because like you have all this momentum from the movies coming out, but again, it's a very different thing. Like the first thing you mentioned earlier was like there's not really a whole lot that they need to really worry about implementing into these movies as far as like from a narrative standpoint. So I can't see anything compelling narratively being in this game. But again, it's a 3D Sonic, and that's all. I'm not really hot or cold on it.
Nothing really,
Mid,
dude. There was
Walter
really
said it.
nothing. Yeah, there was just nothing at all, man. I don't know. I mean, Mike, I swear to God, I didn't even want to talk about this, but I brought it up because of you right now. Because of how excited you were. But before I get to you, let me at least take Kevin out of here. Kevin, what did you think? Because I know you were fucking really excited to see this. All sarcasm.
I know. No, people. I don't know. There's a bit of an overreaction, I think, but it wasn't horrible. It was weird, is my best description of it. Like, it definitely looked weird. Some of it looked cool, like the thought of Sonic in an open world seems like it could be cool, and now's the right time to get in on Sonic with the movies being out there. So I understand, but it seemed weird. It seemed like they placed Sonic from a different game into Death Stranding, or some shit, and tried to make it work. So I don't know. The comments, I mean, some people were like, it's Sonic, I'll take it. Some people were like, Jesus Christ, like this is an abomination. So I don't know, man. I'm glad to see Sonic still kicking at, however old he is now. He's what, like 70? So and he's still
this
pretty
ain't
fast.
it, bro. This ain't it.
But I don't know that this is it. Like you said, it just looks weird. And maybe it's almost because it's almost like the game itself is trying for like photorealism, but not, with the trees and everything. And Sonic's a cartoon, and it worked in the fucking movie, but I don't think it translates well in this case. I don't know, man. We'll see. I got nothing.
Real quick, Mike, what'd you think?
It looks like you're in a theme park but you take away all the stores, all the shops, and it's only the big rides. And so, like
that's a good analogy. Yeah.
And then I'm just going to talk about the speed thing real quick. Like, to do speed in a video game, it's why we don't have the Flash video game. It's why we don't have like some of these things. You're either slowing down the things around you, or you're speeding up the individual character, you know what I'm saying? And now with Sonic, like, you're in an open world. Sonic games do this thing to where you build meter, and then you can press a button, and then he kind of like starts to glow blue, and it's like your boost or whatever. Like, but I mean, you got an open world Sonic. I want to be able to fucking press a button, and then like everything behind me just like fly up, and like boom. Like, I would love to really feel the power of like that hedgehog speed or whatever, and you just don't really feel it. Hopefully, they're going with like they're giving us like. Because apparently all month IGN is supposed to be like covering this game or some shit. That's what they said on that gameplay thing. Like, the whole month of June. Hopefully it's like they're throwing IGN like some alpha footage, like hardcore alpha footage, and then like we progressively get better footage like as the month. But that's like hopeful,
so.
Yeah, but besides that, like visually it looks cool or whatever. But I don't see how that can relate. Like, I'm in this gameplay loop and like I'm going from place to place and I feel fun or feel like I'm going fast, just along those lines.
I think they need to personally. I'll leave off with this. I think they just need to leave the whole 3D thing with them because Sonic is too fast, and I just don't think that it's gonna work out well. It's never going to fully work out. I don't know how they're gonna figure out how to implement that speed in a fully open 3D world. Yeah. Like if you play Sonic Generations, for instance, the whole 2D on 3D, a 2D 3D but on a 2D plane, that works better for them. I mentioned the other day, I put in a tweet, Mortal Kombat. Even NetherRealm fucked around with open 3D for Mortal Kombat. They did it for, I think for 1 or 2 entries, and then they're like, all right, man, we need to get back to our 2D plane roots, and the rest is history. So I just think they're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, and they keep fucking trying and trying. Stop.
Beautiful Joe did speed and slow down, and I thought that it was, and now it's a 2D plane, and it was awesome.
Beautiful Joe's just
like when you
incredible.
speed up time,
Yeah.
like you're punching the dude, and there's like 20 Joes like on the
Yeah, I
screen,
know.
like going super fast, and I'm like, this is cool, man. Like,
Beautiful
I'm so
Joe's
fucking
amazing.
fast. It is, man. Such a
Fucking
solid
shit
game.
back. Yeah, so yeah, Godspeed, Sonic. Oh, I say we're pulling for you, but I don't know how much we care. Honestly, all right. I think that's it, boys. I think this was a good show. We had a lot of good topics, a lot of good conversation. That PlayStation thing really took front and center. Everybody, guys in the chat, appreciate you all. We love you guys. Honestly, thank you for being with us Sunday night. And chat was awesome today.
Absolutely.
Freaking funny, good conversation as usual. Every single one of you, really
Always
appreciate
is.
you being with us. So hopefully next Sunday will be next Sunday or Monday, we'll see. But we're definitely going to have to be back on because there's going to be a lot of shit to talk about. And we're going to have a lot to say. So we hope you guys can at least be with us again next week. And appreciate you all. Thank you. Any last minute guy? Any last word from anybody?
Yeah, like the video if you haven't. Subscribe
Yes,
if you haven't.
please.
Yeah.
No, just shout outs. Brad, Mike, Sarko, Walt. Thank you guys for hanging out. Bobby.
My son. Bobby, Floyd, everybody, Luke. Thank you guys. Anyway, yep. Hope you guys have a great week ahead. Hope your weekend was solid, and we'll see you guys next week. Talk to us on Twitter. You know where to find us. Peace, love, bye.